keep it together.
Okay.
So one of the biggest adjustments we've had as a couple has been, I come from a big family, a very big family, and she was an only child and doesn't have a lot of cousins. Royal is her parents' first grandchild.
Mm-hmm.
And on my side, it's like 15, 16, something like that. So she just jumped right in the mix.
There's a lot of kids.
There's a lot of kids. So I think the average in my family is like 4 kids.
I'm finally free from the hospital room, and the twins got their ankle bracelets cut off.
Got the kiddos in the car. 3 car seats do fit back here, so that's awesome.
After just 3 days in the hospital, we spent less time in the hospital with twins than we did with Royal, which is crazy.
All right, Saint. It's been a while since I used this one. You're next.
They're finally home. Here's Saint, and here's King. Finally home. We'll see how this setup goes, and we will assess in a few days. Oh yeah, with the honey.
Just for instance, when Royal was born, you know, I think in her mind she thought it would just be me and her and the baby, and then my side of the family, it's like there may be like 20 people that come and they're like swapping in and out, and everyone goes to show support, and it's kind of like we're coming to show you that we care, you know. So that's just like one thing, but yeah, I think she's getting used to it though.
Like he said, with the big family, they always come to support him for anything, whether it be a soccer game or, you know, one of his UFC fights, or, you know, the baby's being born. They're pretty supportive, and they like to like be involved in each other's life. So it's nice. It's different for me, but I've like accepted it, and I'm learning, and like I'm enjoying it because it's something I've never experienced before. So it's kind of nice than just being solo all the time. Yeah, definitely being an only child, you kind of learn how to entertain yourself and, you know, be cool with being solo and hanging out with adults all the time. I definitely remember always wanting a sibling. My parents were divorced, and I would go over to one house, and I always thought it was like Parent Trap, that like when I went over to one, maybe I had a secret sibling that was like going over to the others, but it wasn't true.
That's how you entertain yourself.
But I definitely knew that when it came time for me to have kids, I wanted to have more than one. Yeah. We've created a little party of 5 now. Crazy. Yeah.
I mean, we just wanted to have kids growing up together and be best friends, and, you know, not have to spend money on therapy all throughout the years.
We might have to spend money on therapy for us.
So a lot of people have been asking how we came up with the names for the boys in Royal, and I always wanted to name one of my kids King, and so that was the name we agreed on right away. And then we found out we were having a girl, so that one got put aside, and we tried to come up with something that was kind of comparable in case we had a boy down the road. And so we came up with Royal, and we both loved it. And then Kenda picked the middle name, which is her middle name, so Royal Ray. Then we were like, cool, if we have a boy next, we can still name him King. All works out. It was a boy, but it was 2 boys, twins. So we had to come up with a name that was comparable to King, that's, you know, just as strong. And it took us a long time to really come up with something that we liked. And we came up with Saint. And so King and Saint. In the womb, King was just all over the place, always just moving around, and Saint was always kind of crushed in the corner, and he was always cooperative. The nurses were like, oh, this one's always so easy for us to measure him and do all the things. So that's how we decided to name who was who. And then Kenda also chose their middle names, which was after me, Cub. And so it's Saint Cub and King Cub and Royal Ray. I've been getting a lot of people asking me what's going on with me. When did they get to see me back in the cage? And I had a lot going on, obviously. Now that the twins are here, changes things. So once I start to get the rhythm of things, I just started talking to my manager, my coaches, and my training partners. But if I had it my way, I would love to fight on the first ESPN card, because I fought on the first Fox card and the second Fox card. It'd be cool to be on the first ESPN card as well. But if it all works out for me, timeline wise, and I can be ready and adjusted to this, new family life, I'd love to get in there right away, but we'll see.
What's up, guys? We really appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you subscribe so you stay updated with the Swansons, and we'd really like to start interacting with you more, so put some comments or questions below that we can answer.